Hey guys, so this video is going to be a tad bit longer because I'm going to be covering over the one, the only, Saintontas, and I will be covering over a couple of videos that kind of picture him in a very bad light. So without any further ado, let's get into it. I hope you will enjoy the video, and I put a lot of time into this video, and I hope you enjoy it. So leave a like, subscribe, and let's get into it. So the first one is the so-called gentrification of Wuthering Waves. He basically states on how the latest story is basically like the Genshin Impact story with no possibility of skipping, absolute flashbacks, boring story, and utterly dog shit. That were his words, I don't know why. And he basically goes over on why it was bad and everything else, saying that the flashbacks were pointless and everything. And that video didn't end really well. And I want to say it and I'm going to say it again though. If you seriously hated this story, you did not need to make an hour video on explaining why you think the story was ass. And let's not forget, when he was streaming the story, he gave up half the way when he needed to choose between Susui or Rover, like the Resident Evil. And straight up, he said he's done. He's not going to do the story because it's ass. And he's going to say that it's going to prove that this story is ass, and if Kudo Games checks the data, it's gonna prove that he was right. It never really proved nothing because a lot of people enjoyed it, so it was okay. Some didn't like it, which is completely fine. However, though, this very straight monologue was that he wanted to straight up get rid of the story within 10 minutes to build up Yang. That's what it basically was, though. Because some items were locked behind the story, and he basically said that you couldn't even do the dailies while being locked up. So do the dailies before doing the story. Like, is it really that hard for you? And yeah, honestly, this video of the so-called gentrification of Wuthering Waves was just a terrible insight, and he basically bit the hand that was feeding him, aka Kuro Games. Now the second one, Enfield 1.4 changes nothing, as he goes over there through with the light Enfield's 1.4 license, which was very good and sort of very strong for Enfield Arknight Center. However, for him, it was straight up hate after hate after hate again. Trying to prove his point on how the game is gonna fail even with all these characters, that's not gonna recover at all though. And I'm gonna be honest with you. You played the game a bit, you stopped playing it, and now you're acting like you're a genius at this shit. It just doesn't prove anything though. This is why I consider you as a Larper of consciousness. You don't LARP Wuthering Waves, you LARP every other single gacha game acting like you know something about it, but entirely you see the most randomest shit ever though. Now let's go over another one, the so-called exposed. Basically implying that the people who really hate on this video are wrong, and he tried to prove a compelling point about it. But however, it was still the same one, that he was acting like he was right while all the others were wrong, and a lot of his viewers agreed to it somehow though. However, I saw one comment on like the only person to hate on the story, content creator to hate on the story is Saintontas. I don't know how delusional his fan base is, but they're very delusional. A lot of the viewers enjoy this calming story. It doesn't need to be action-packed for you just enjoying it though. The next video he made, which was 6 days ago, was the until he got caught, basically implying that he used view bumps to keep their Twitch shop and running to playthroughs. And the first thing he goes into is basically Arknight's Enfield with the Twitch stats. And I'm gonna be real, those shits do not mean nothing. And when he saw it, he said it's a dead game. It's basically dead. Ironic. So if we were to go down to your channel, and if I were to see that you're averaging only around 800 viewers, I could basically consider you as a dead channel, honestly. Because if you're picturing that as a dead channel with a game that's making more money than you could ever dream of, and you're saying that it's dead on Twitch, I could say the same as well for you, that your channel's dead on Twitch. And yeah, basically it was just him trying to prove a point that the ATs are few botting. This is another LARP attempt. Next up is the if you don't know, Candy Wolf made a video of why he quit Genshin Impact and putting a lot of the American retrospective into the game on how Nefer is a stripper, and then Navi is a slut and Linnea was basically, I don't know, a lot of stuff. And to be honest, it was all so wrong that she suffered the consequences of it. Then the next video on, she basically tried to summarize it up quickly and explaining that, although the explanation was like, I get it, I was wrong, but theoretically I was still right about it. That was the entire her second video that she made. And well, if you didn't know, Saintontas started defending him in all of her takes, I think. And it was an hour-long video picturing of every other CCT who were watching at Genshin as well. You have seen that they're just wrong and they're straight up evil. And let's not forget that the next one was he deleted everything. So if you don't know, Brand Online made a response to Candybug's video giving the most compelling and honest answers to him. And oh, I'll be for real. Saintontas didn't hold back. He basically tried to picture Ban as an evil person, and I'll be real. That is possibly one of the most diabolical things he could say. Doesn't make any fucking sense, okay? He gave his fair, honest take. He even made a second video explaining it over because many of them were actually trying to picture him saying that he was aggressive. He wasn't. However, though, he was straight up acting like them. But when you see racist shit, you act like the innocent, beloved creature you are, though. But here's the thing. Like, pulling the racist shit out just basically means nothing. I don't care if you say that this guy's a racist. Okay, then prove it. How is he a racist? He's done nothing wrong. I don't get his hate. He's saying like, yeah, Brandon's racist because he's bullying her. So how about we say the same that you were bullying all the other smaller content creators with your own viewers? How are you gonna explain that shit? And let's not get over the fact that you're straight up saying, acting like this when you know damn well that this is dangerous. Because if you're saying that a person is racist, it can affect yourself more. Because the thing is, if you say something bad or something offensive, it will always come back to you even worse. So I think I've said a lot about that. Now let's go over the Arnold thing. The second anniversary of Saintontas, which I gotta say, it's the best shit ever. It's the best shit ever. With amazing rewards and amazing. Oh, let's not get over this immediately. First things first. How do I even start with this shit? How am I gonna explain this honestly? The best way I can though. Straight up just hate watching and acting like he knows something though. When Saintontas announced like 33 pulls at the start, he was like, okay, is that it? Like, they're only giving out 33 pulls? Well, no fucking shit, there's gotta be more, you dumbass. Maybe you should play the game, honestly. However, this is the effect of where the Larp thing comes in. He acts like he knows something about these games because he acts like, yeah, I played these games for so long, and I'm gonna be honest with you, they're not even that good. And it just really doesn't prove any point, honestly, when everything that he said was basically wrong. And basically, even when the free character selection came out, he's basically saying, so you're giving out characters that are completely unknown. Oh my fucking god. So you're saying Jane Doe, Ambi, Hugo, Trigger, Lucia are straight up forgotten characters. Jade literally got a buff. She's gonna be incredibly good with now Remy Alden. Hugo is underrated, but he's still doable. Trigger is amazing. Lucia as well, and Ambi is also incredible. You also get the fire engine. He acts like these rewards are basically pathetic. I mean, let's go to the second anniversary of Wuthering Waves. What did you get? You got pause, and that's it. And then the rerun of the OG characters. That was basically, this is 100 times better than what Wuthering Waves gave out though. And then you acted like this shit was the best thing ever though. Like, holy hell, like, I don't give a shit, honestly. I'm saying right now though, you only defend Wuthering Waves because that's the only thing you're good at. Any other game you've seen, giving out better voice. You should have seen that this is wrong. They're lying. They're not gonna give you this. There's gonna be a paywall behind this. Trust me. Like, he's acting like everything comes at a cost. And another thing about saying that he lied, he goes into further depths of why, basically saying Brandon is still this evil person and bullying type of person. Like, I know for a fact you're straight up seeing so much content to be made for this that you're straight up post video after video and explaining about it. So, and I'm gonna be honest though, when you're putting up the shit that the DMs were leaked, I find it ironic though. And you put, and in your description of exposes one of the most toxic creators in Gacha space. Huh, so Brand Online is the most toxic, huh? You know, there was another person that was toxic, but you were glazing that person. Who was that? Oh right, Tectone. And you can also be considered one of the most toxic though. But to be honest, you're a sad, lonely man who acts like you know everything, honestly, bullying other people. Now, the other topic was 1.4 saved interview. Basically acting like, yeah, even though with 80k views, it still lasts. So his entire take is basically that even with this update, Enfield still sucks. So I find it funny that the comments here as well on this video about how 1.4 seat Enfield that are acting like that 40k views while chat is speeding up 100. They're basically saying that those faded views are wrong apparently. The next up became the one and only you can't critique Genshin Impact. Personally, you can critique Genshin Impact though, but however though, maybe be careful about what you say first. And of course, he's watching from Nigeria description, who was another creator that said that the video episode was how a single creator opinion exposed the Genshin community. This exposed nothing, honestly though. And I want to be for real, these two are the definition of Larpers, okay? And I'm gonna be real, if your opinion shows the exposure of the community, then this is wrong. Okay? She straight up said that one of the most wrongest shit ever. The community corrected her. She made a response acting like she was still right, but still the community still said that you were still wrong about it though. And however, you, with a Nigerian perspective, act like she was right and every Genshin community is straight up ass and just hating on her and are toxic. Okay? Let's now go over the fact on how some of the Kuno players straight up hate on people who enjoy the Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Senate Zone Zero, or NT enjoy the Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Senate Zone Zero, or NT. It's just a proven point that it's just a hate watch, honestly. Now comes the another thing of Silver Palace. So every Silver Palace content creators and viewers who are gonna play this, be careful when he arrives. Honestly, he's just gonna ruin it. Honestly, I'm gonna be for real. And personally, if he ever makes a hate video on your channel, then know for a fact that he's running out of content anyway. Though. Next up, the Genshin CTs are absolutely embarrassing. From here, I'll be for real. This is multiple videos about this shit. So usually the death threats. However, yes, I completely understand. She should not have received the death threats. I get that. I understand that getting death threats was not the best thing ever, though. So yeah, honestly though, and he goes over the Jonathan, which made like 2 hours ago. With that back there, I'm about to have a hernia for those of you who don't know this is, and still, What's it? Oh, oh yeah, that's a Willie Ray's profile picture. Straight up, put to rest already. Her video is over, weeks old, and you people still farming her. I hope the Gacha ban and I dare not speak and sees this. So you straight up telling that all the other content creators who make one video about this are farming it. Well, so we cannot make videos about 10 years ago and just give our own opinion about it. That's apparently illegal. Well, honestly, I find it surprising though. And the last one was Zani. And I wanna be honest though, he just got trashed on it by every anime, and it's not even a joke. So yeah, personally, this man is the Larper of every gacha game except Wuthering Waves. Will act like he is absolutely right, but will have most of the shit wrong. Will straight up deny anything that is wrong and tries to prove his own point of acting like he's right. Acts racist and doesn't apologize for anything. Pictures everyone else in a bad light and saying that they're the worst people ever, while acting like he's a saint. Honestly, remove the saint. Remove your channel, honestly. You are possibly more worse of a gacha content creator I've ever seen, and do not act like you know nothing, honestly though. And the thing about your take of like you should have hating on a person acting racist to him. Personally, I will say this here and right now: if you get to say everything that this person is racist, then everybody can say that you're as well or a racist, and it proves a point. There are multiple like videos made about you showing what kind of a person you are, and yet you act like you're not that kind of person. You act like you're some kind of heavenly spirit. But however though, I'll be straightforward with you. Just stop. Just stop making these videos and say that you're done and just do something else. Like the more you do this, the more it's just you're not gonna be able to handle it, honestly. You know? Like if you do something so bigger, and then if some bigger YouTubers make videos about you and show so much fruit, then your career is honestly ruined. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, that's all for me. I hope you all really enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.